How old are you and what's your business?
I'm Magdas. I'm 25 years old, and my business is a marketing agency.
Okay. How did you start your business?
I started my business the normal way through the Chamber of Commerce in Romania, through thousands of documents that were supposed to be uploaded online, but we had to go at the front desk. We had to buy we call it in Romanian dosar cu șină. It's an old type of document. It's a joke for us entrepreneurs in Romania. And this is how I started my business.
When? How many years ago?
Almost no, exactly to be 2 years ago, during the pandemic, at the end of July, I started my business.
So you was crazy enough to start in the pandemic time.
I don't call myself crazy. There were a lot of opportunities. The companies were closing, and the marketing agency that knew how to drive results fast was a must in the Romanian market.
Mm-hmm. So where the idea came from? I mean, why this type of business and not others?
I was a sales manager at a marketing agency, and before that, I was a development manager at Allianz Syriac, and I kind of saw the market and how it has strong and weak points, and the weakest point in Romania was marketing at that time. Sales professionals were, I guess, a lot in the market. You could find one at almost every company, and they had to go through countless meetings. Driving hours were exceeding 200 hours per month, which I know sounds extremely sounds a lot, but to be precise, they were doing the job of marketing and sales. At the moment I switched companies from Allianz Direct to marketing agency, at which I became a partner at some point. We tried to close that gap to make the sales agent just a sales agent, not a marketing director. And we succeeded, but at some point my core values in business weren't the same as theirs, and I left and made my own marketing agency.
Okay, so it's like a progress. You started like an employee and now you are in the business part.
At almost every time I tried to make a business work. I mean, I was an employee at Allianz Iraq, and at that time I had a door-to-door business that was supposed to place door hangers with local coupons, but that business failed and another failed and so on until I founded Cultivo My Face, and this is a great success. I'm holding on to this.
Okay, that's nice. So when you started, you needed some money to start?
Well, yes, I needed about 200 euros to start my business. That were opening costs, accounting costs, some taxes that you're supposed to pay in advance. And I guess that were the all costs I needed. The nice part of it was I already had the knowledge and know-how, so I did my own website, I did my own marketing, and of course my own sales, because I had already tons of experience in sales.
So you cut expenses because you had knowledge.
Yes, I cut expenses by working 24/7 myself. And because every entrepreneur forgets to pay himself, I did not have any expenses.
Yeah, that's right. So in these 2 years, did you had any fail until now?
Yes. Yes. My first fail was my first employee that left in 3 months. So he left and made his own digital marketing agency in UK. So I guess it wasn't that big of a fail. It's a fail from only one point of view. I taught him everything. I kind of babysitted him the whole time. So he kind of snowballed everything into becoming a mid-level marketing specialist. And he saw the opportunity with our UK client at that time, and he left and started his own marketing agency. Okay, I did not have any experience in having my own employees. I had teams in every company I worked with, but someone else managed the teams, like an HR department. So when this happened, I kind of lost my trust in people for a while. I was like, I'm not gonna hire anybody. I'm gonna work with freelancers. and we're gonna see. But now I have 2 employees, and yes, things are going, I guess, good. We lost 4 people during this 2 years of business, almost 3. Basically, I tend to babysit my employees and teach them everything I know, and they tend to go independent really fast
I mean,
because I like people. Sorry, I like people that have an entrepreneurial way of looking at things, and yeah, I repeat
what I
the same
wanted to
mistake.
say, I mean, in my opinion, it's a success that you teach someone that is now working in the field and develop their own business.
Yes,
So
I'm not treating it as a fail right now. I'm trying to use it to make an Advogator success because I understood by providing the market with 5 new marketing agencies in the past 2 years,
the,
I know that I can create great people. So I will at some point next year, I guess it's gonna be 2023 or 4. I'm gonna launch some business courses to help people do exactly the thing my employee
not
does.
everyone have this kind of skills to prepare people to get the.
Yes, I found that in my failures. When people left, I asked them a lot about their time with me, and they all said, I teach a lot. I don't have a lot of patience. I mean, I'm not going to say that 3 or 4 times, but the first time I do it, I do it in a very passionate way. Let's go on it. I'm very practical. I don't like to teach about the technical stuff. Okay, I know the technical stuff, and that's supposed to be my part. I'm supposed to guide you through. But when you're facing a problem for the first time, you don't really need the technical part. You need the practical way out because it's better to learn from experiences rather than theories. People don't remember theories.
Uh, we have spoken about knowledge and the resources you have used. So I have a deep question for you. Let's say, do you think it's important to have a good level of education when you start a business?
Yes and no. Education, yes. Schooling, no. I started my first business when I was 16, while I was in high school, and I
Okay.
was supposed to learn for a test, I guess. I had an idea, an epiphany, if you call it. I lived in a small town, and I saw the opportunity to bring music bands in our town for a lot of money, and I saw that's a business opportunity, and it was like 16, so of course I went for it. I tricked a friend into opening an LTD, and we just started it.
That's it.
So I did not have any knowledge back then. My education in high school didn't really help at all. I was good at math, so that was a plus. I knew how to do hard numbers, but that was all. But I was already on my, I guess, 19th book of personal development. I was a
Mhm.
walking motivational speaker. So at least I had motivation, but I failed because I lacked proper education in the field, like the basic of business, the basics of accounting, the basic of sales, because at that point our all sales were based on begging.
Mm.
Please let us bring this music band into our town. And at the point, the mayor was like, "Okay, we're gonna bring it our town's days," and yeah, that was the beginning. So, sorry for derailing a bit.
Um,
In short, yes, you need education, but proper education in your field.
okay.
What I told people in the past, and I'm telling this even now, just go and learn your domain at a company that already has experience in it, and everything you can learn from a book or a course, especially a course because it's a little bit more practical. You don't have to pioneer almost anything in these days, and it's a lot easier to go on a paved road than to cut your own road through the jungle of business and marketing and sales and
Mhm.
everything. You don't have to face everything. You can go through a well-maintained road. You can go to a highway. I mean, there are business domains when you just have to buy something and it's already working. And in Romania, there's a business that's always working. We're talking about funerals. It's an evergreen business, and a lot of people that started from that. I know it's funny, but
Wendy and that one with the birthdays.
yeah, it's and because Romanians have a lot of customs, you can make a lot of money from funerals, especially in the northern part of Romania, where they have, I don't know, the funeral goes on for like 12 or 14 days. I mean, that's business.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
yes, in a few words, education is important, schooling isn't. Right now I have a thesis on strategic management, and it's not helping me at all in business. My clients don't, I almost said don't understand what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Let's go with, they don't care. But
Any
yes, you need
education in
proper,
the topic you are interested.
yeah,
Uh,
yes.
uh,
That's the proper answer. Get educated in your field of interest. Schooling helps, but right now the fact that I was an Olympic at mathematics isn't really helping me at all. There's no client that goes like, what's 2 plus 2? 4 or 4. Square root of 67. No, there's no. The questions are like, please raise the price a little so I can have one.
Well, in the process of starting and developing your business, did you face any challenges?
No, it was already soon to be 17th field. So I already had experience. I already started going to the strategic way of opening a business, marketing a business, going into sales. So I already had a highway ahead of me.
Okay.
If we talk about the term we used earlier, there was no pioneer work. I already knew what I'm supposed to do. The challenges that I faced were just based on my poor HR skills at that time. And let's say time management, because when you go from an office job to an entrepreneurial style of life, you go from 9 to 5 to 8 to 24. And there's no one there to say, hey, stop. No one's gonna raise a statue for you if you overwork yourself. But that's, I guess, the part of the funny part and the nice part about driving your own business. Knowing when to stop, when you're supposed to work harder. Right now, I'm living the dream every 9 to 5 person wants. I mean, I work 4 hours a day, and yeah, I mean, it worked out. No challenges right now.
Yeah, that's right. Well, did you had any external support in this process?
No, my
Was
family
by
was
yourself?
against it. My friends was against, was against it. They were like, dude, you failed a lot. Please stop. Like, no, this one is gonna work. That's what just said about everything up till now. It's like, no, I have the proper experience now. I will make it work. And I already had the personal brand in a few companies. They knew about me. I helped a lot the processes, and I already had the elements needed for success, at least in a small scale. So no external help whatsoever. A lot of red flags here and there.
It's nice you mentioned personal brands, so that was helpful for you to make contacts, to develop a network that will help
Yeah,
in the future.
that helps a lot. And my advice for young entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs is to network a lot.
Mhm.
Because your value as a small entrepreneur lies in your network. If you have a client that needs something, like, I don't know, someone needs a car, and you have someone that sells car in your network, that person will owe you, and they will help, because small entrepreneurs are basically helping themselves become medium or large entrepreneurs. And that's how you get success in this market. People will recommend you if you help them,
Mhm.
or at least they will try. And if people you help won't help you back, well, that's normal. Everyone is going for their own interest, and you just have to network someone else. So
Mhm.
yes, personal network is going to help you in any situation, especially in a country like Romania that works in relationships. And yeah, you can't go to any public institution without asking for someone or saying like, I came because someone told me that person is X. You know X, right?
So use your network.
Yeah.
Well, the networking could be a way of success. And now I want to ask you, what success means for you?
Um, at at some point in my life, success meant money, and after I achieved I would call it way of life that
Mhm.
I afford anything I want. I can't afford the luxurious things, like I can't afford a Ferrari, but I afforded a new car. I can afford an apartment. Okay, not in the big cities like Cluj or Bucharest. That's for big entrepreneurs to have,
Okay.
or serial entrepreneurs.
Medium
But
lifestyle, but a
yes,
normal one with everything you
I
want.
can afford anything. I can afford vacancies, and at some point, money wasn't the drive. I want to have free time. I want to have time for myself, to work on myself, to get better, because I already left some of my uh, working activities, from day-to-day activities, to my one of my employees and to one of my partners. So I pursued free time and I got it. I work 3 to 4 hours per day and I make the same amount of money I do like when I worked 12 or 14 hours a day.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is success for me. If I can go to work 1 hour per day, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be my my retirement. 1 hour per day is gonna be a bliss.
Just to check it if nothing is burning out.
Uh, but you know how the Romanian market is. I started during the pandemic. I went through a recession. Now we're having a war at our borders. I mean,
We'll get
it's me and all the entrepreneurs back in New York in 1914.
so if you have success already, I think your businesses have success too.
Yes, if you're looking at it through my eyes, if you're looking at it through the numbers, you're gonna see a small business that's barely scraping by, that's having, okay, 70% of the money we make is profit, but that's the idea of being a marketing agency. You cut the expenses a lot by hiring freelancers, by having just the core employees. Uh, so yes, we already have a small scale success. We are building ourselves to have bigger success, but I'm trying to make it long term. I'm not trying to rush things. That's a fail in the making if you try to rush anything in a business. Everything has its own pace. Like even your clients, they will go through cycles. The moment they became your clients, they'll have some needs, and at some point in their business they'll have different needs, and they may leave you, and that's called the lifespan of a client.
Okay.
And if you rush things and your clients are at the end of the lifespans, you're gonna have a bad time.
Okay.
So,
So
yes,
don't kill your customers.
yes, that's a really nice advice.
Yeah. So how was the life for you during the pandemic? As you already said at the beginning, a lot of businesses have been closed during the pandemic,
I
and most of
tried.
them has cut their expenses. And as I know, the first expenses are cutting in the marketing area.
Yeah, that's the first mistake people make. Well, let me tell you, the pandemic was a bliss for me. I stopped going to the office. I lived the dream of working from home. Everybody had a different pace. I chose my clients to be companies that had or a lot of potential, or they had some history behind them, so they won't close down. One of my core clients that has been with me from the start, it's a driving school, and they had I guess 100 euros left in their bank account, and they sent me those 100 euros and sent me the message, please help us not close this business down. And I gotta tell you, everything looked really grim. Like uh, the driving school were closed for 4 months, and that was happening in March when they first closed down. And I was like, okay, what can we do with 100 euros? Oh my God, there was so much pressure on me. But I started
100.
to differentiate from the pressure a business normally has and the pressure that's normally applied to a marketing agency. that's really supposed to be an externalization of their marketing department. So I had a great time. I'm not gonna lie. The pandemic wasn't that bad for me, even though I had COVID 2 times and I suffered to it. But I had a great time. I mean, free time, a lot of free time. Everything was empty. The road was extremely nice right then. There were no traffic at all, and business was quite good. I mean, that those were my best uh, income, I guess, monthly recurring revenue months, because I kept getting clients
Okay.
based on recommendation. I didn't have to do any sales at all,
Wow.
and I also made just organic marketing. I posted a lot of business memes on my Cultivăm Afaceri Facebook page
Mm.
and shared it to groups because people are facing the exact same problems. Like, I want clients, but I can't afford to close down. And through these jokes, I helped a lot of people. I know it sounds a little bit fishy, but people saw the jokes and were like, okay, how do you go through this? And they called me. I made a lot of new businesses, partners, and at the moment the pandemic kind of closed down, I had almost 20 clients.
Wow.
So I was pretty big, and I was already a Google My Business partner. So I already had a laid path in front of me to achieve great success through that alone in Romania. So yeah, the pandemic were a bliss. Right now, the war is a little bit worse than that.
Yeah. Um, from a crisis to another.
Yeah. Well, crises drive a lot of business success, and they uh, pluck out the bad businesses that are there because they exist for a long time. In Romania, we have like 3 generations of entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs from the communist era that kind of did bad business before the 2000s. This millennia was a
We
really
still
bad
learn
time
these
for them.
methods.
I hear a joke. It happened in Cluj at the central market. Someone asked for the receipt,
Okay.
and everyone on 3 or 4 floors came to that store to see how a receipt is made, because they did not give a receipt to any customer in 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
So yeah, there were
I
green
think this
times
happened
in
at the beginning in the 90s or 20s something.
before 99. Everyone
Yeah.
paid their taxes how they wanted, because the public officers weren't prepared. They did not knew anything. Banking, if I may say, was the drive force of fiscalization in Romania.
Hmm.
If we didn't have any credit cards, we'd still steal a lot of money. And that's the first generation of entrepreneurs in Romania. The second one, the one that started close to 2000, they were, let's say, extremely conservative, and that's the market right now. They are not okay with spending a lot of money, and that happened because they went through the crisis, the economical crisis in 2007. So there's the second generation, and now the third generation that that I'm part of.
Hmm.
We are risk takers. We try everything, and yeah, we're driving the most change in the market. The conservative generation, even now, they do bad for the economy because they keep their money in the same place. The money doesn't circulate, value isn't added to them, and we have a lot of bad time. They're the holders, and we are the ones that spend every cent we get. I mean, I know companies that have negative cash flows, and they do really well. And I know companies that have tremendously good cash flow, and they're on the verge of breaking. So yeah.
There's the economy. Let me ask you, because you already said you are in a really good position right now with your lifestyle and your business. So, what are the future plans for your business?
As I already told you, I'm going to make marketing courses. Uh, my whole idea, before Cultivăm Apache marketing agency direction, I had a business development plan behind it.
Yeah.
Because I developed Allianz React sales company, I kind of saw the market from a really high position, and I saw that everyone lacked the basics. The basics like, do you have a plan for your business? No. Do you have a strategy for business? No. Do you have someone that knows everything about your business? No. So most of the entrepreneurs in Romania are basically business owners that work themselves more than their employees.
Self-employed.
They don't have any basis of business in general. I see this from a marketing point of view even worse, because they don't have brand books. They don't know what colors their brand have.
I
They
think
don't
that's
have
the
a
next
story.
level.
Yeah. So right now we're close to 1,000 business steps for success. I know it sounds like it's a lot, but we're gonna sell it in different stages for their business. So if
Mhm.
your business just started out, we're gonna give you a lot of free products that include even a checklist for your accounting, a checklist for your marketing, for your HR, anything that you would need in the first few months from starting out. And if you have like 3 or 4 months from starting out and you start to have clients and make money, we have the next checklists and next products for you. They're in the making now, and we are having like 4 companies that we are trying to test everything on. I have a company that just started, a company that makes around 2 million euros every year. So we're having everything in between, and we're gonna test our products to see what's working and what's not working. They're based on almost 30 people's experiences, from HR to sales to accounting to legal people and so on. So that's my plan for the next few years. The marketing agency will go on, and they will have a lot of clients from our digital products that we're selling, because if they saw how good our products are, they'll be like, want to make marketing with them. And afterwards, I plan to hire a CEO
Yeah.
and just enjoy life. Just
The
make videos and
responsibility.
courses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's our future
the
plans.
last one, in your opinion, what is most important for a business?
Passion,
Okay.
having a good time, passion. I started my business because I needed to survive. To be told that I did not have any 1 million euros to get from my parents. And right now it turned into passion, and I'm having a good time just by doing my regular work. Um, at some point, the passion became better, and at some point, the passion is what's driving me to make this at this point. Because right now, I could fire a manager and just have the normal way of life and not working at all, maybe 1 hour per week to see what's happening, but I could go like that. But this is already a part of my life, a really important part of my life. And I made a mistake at the beginning, a mistake that everyone does. I treated my business like my baby.
Okay.
So right now my baby is growing up. I can't really leave him alone. But at some point I'm gonna be a smart parent that's gonna leave his baby to
It's
live his
growing
life.
and leave it alone.
Yeah, grow yourself, grow your wings. So yes, this is the most important part of the business passion. You can learn anything. I learned things that I wouldn't even think about knowing, like accounting. It seemed so bad for me, and it was so boring at the start, and so over complicated because of so many regulations and laws.
Mhm.
But right now I enjoy doing my basic accounting. I enjoy doing my P&L, profit and losses. So you can learn anything, but passion is what's gonna drive you. The need for money is gonna run out at some point, and if you don't have anything that you like to do in your business, that's gonna make your business fail at some point.
Yeah. Thank you very much for being with me today and sharing your knowledge. And
Thanks all
was
for the invitation.
really inspiring. I hope we'll be
I hope
for
people
that.
that see this video will think a lot about fails, because fails help us develop and help us
Mhm.
having the success. You can't have a success from the first try.
Yeah.
That's only in books.
Or you're lucky, but it's not part of the process. At the moment,
Luck is based on really hard work. Luck is not based on chances.